Hello.
Hi, Simon.
What's your name?
I'm Craig Harper.
All right. And how old are you, Craig?
I'm 30 plus VAT.
Right, got that. And why are you here?
Simon, I'm here because I want to win Britain's Got Talent. I want to show people what I can do, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is a send-up to Boyzone. Do you remember Boyzone? They're making a comeback, but this is how I saw them perform. Oh, cheers, son. So I'm just going to ask the audience, how many members was there in Boyzone? And how many of them did any singing? 2. Who was the 2? Ronan Keaton and... But what did the other 3 do at the back? So when I'm here, I want to be Stephen Gately. When I'm here, I want to be Ronan Keaton. And then I'll just make something up for the bit at the back, all right? So we'll start as the 3 at the back. Stephen Gately. No matter what may take life, no matter what may do, no matter what may teach us, what we believe is true. Ronan Keaton. No matter what they call us, however it hurts, oh baby, no matter where they take us, we'll find our own way back. I can't deny what I believe. I can't be what I'm not.
Amanda.
Oh, well, I thought you were marvellous. I thought you were... You're a breath of fresh air and you're so lovely with it. It's great. I just want to know what else you can do. Straight away, I want to know what you...
Hello, welcome to the showcase. My name is Shaun Martin. Yep, 45 years experience in the field of entertainment. And I'm here to share with you some of the greatest talents and experience in Clubland. We do this to learn from each other. I'd like to ask you, please subscribe to my channel. This enables me to produce more great content like this. Now you can see already we have a very, very, very well-known man. TV star, what can I say? Everything about this man. And he's keeping fit while we're doing it, just to show you that he's got the commitment to look sexy and young. Craig, hello Craig.
How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you again, Shaun.
Long time, Craig. I want to talk about, first of all, I first ever met you at Lambworth. Do you remember?
Lambworth Club, yeah. Back in the day, that'd be about 1987. I was there 4 years. 1987 to 2001.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a long time ago, isn't it, Craig? But you was extremely popular. It was a great club, was Lambworth. And I know you was really, you kind of like was well known already, wasn't you?
Yeah, well, it was back then. it was CJ Harper, because everybody had stage names except me. Lee Kamen, Rick Owen, they all had stage names. I didn't have one. Jimmy Dean, I said, well, I want a stage name. And my daughter was born in 97, and her initials was Chelsea Jade.
Oh, that's interesting to know. I didn't know that, Craig.
That's where I got me. That's where I got me stage name from.
Fantastic. That's interesting for the viewers. So, Craig, I don't really know what happened in between you from leaving Lambworth, because now it's not there. It's knocked down and everything. It's a long time ago. Tell us about what happened. Where did you go from there?
So, Lambworth, it changed its name to Barrington's, and a guy called Harold Kay, who used to have the car place on Mount Pleasant, he used to sell the Suzuki's and stuff. He bought Lambworth, and he wanted a compare. And then, not long after it reopened, he rebranded it Barrington's. What was it? Barrington's Country Club.
Leisure. Oh, yeah.
And there was a leisure complex attached to it with a function suite and everything. And after a couple of years doing it, I started to get stale. And I used to look at people like Mike Lodge, who, in my opinion, was one of the greatest entertainers from Hull.
Absolutely.
I aspire, when you start out in your career and you do your first talent competitions, I think my very first big one was BP. And Mike Lodge was the compare with Julie Kinsey on backing. And I'd said then, that's the type of entertainer I want to be. Polished. Never happened, like.
Yeah.
But you can dream. Anyway, so then after about 2 or 3 years, H put management in. He put Norman Plummer and Kath Plummer in to run the place. And I think I just started to get itchy feet because everybody knew me in East Riding, but nobody really knew me outside of that. And it was the same with Mike Lodge. If I went and did a gig outside of Hull, nobody outside of Hull knew who Mike Lodge was, which was a travesty because it was absolutely phenomenal. So I looked around who was the main booker at the time, and all I saw was all the nice venues, like Far Grange at the time. That was like the bee's knees. And there was a company called Flair Entertainment that was booking in there. So I rung Mike up. I thought, I've seen this agency around before. I need to get in with these. And he's based in West Yorkshire. So I auditioned in August 2001. And the very next day, he rung me up and said, I've got a gig in Scunthorpe for you. And we've never looked back since. I've been with them ever since then. And then he said to me, because my diary was getting full, and the travelling from Hull to West Riding was getting too much for me. I was doing like 50,000 miles a year.
What?
So I said, right, we're going to move over to West Yorkshire. And we'll move to a little sleepy market town called Heckmondwike.
Wow.
It was timed just perfect anyway, because my kids were both changing schools. Chelsea was just going up to high school, and my son, he'd just done his SATs. So it worked out really, really well. They both got into a really good school, and the rest of the stage history. I've been over here 20 years now.
Wow. Craig, didn't Chris Norman live in Eckmondwike as well from Smoky? Because Mike manages them, doesn't he?
Well, it's not so much Mike. It's Mike's uncle, John Wagstaff, who he was the one responsible for the Flair record label and launching Black Lace and managing Smoky. So he's still in the background somewhere. It's John Wagstaff. So
wow.
Mike's retired now, and he's handing the reins over to his daughter.
Okay.
Rachel's now she's now the head honcho at Flair, and I'm still through there.
That's magic. Tell us how you got on the Britain's Got Talent, Craig, because I watched that and I was really proud. Here's another old lad making it big.
So the first year it came out, I remember I was doing a gig in Hastings, and people had watched the first episodes of Britain's Got Talent, and they're all saying to me, "Oh, have you seen this Britain's Got Talent? You should go on this. You'll win it, and this, that, and the other." Over the years, I've had that many auditions and knockbacks, and I said, "Nah, it's not for me. You know, it'll just be the same as all the others. You'll audition, you know what they're looking for." And a lot of people just kept saying to me, "You ought to audition." So I waited the next year, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to audition, and then this year, when people say to me, "You should audition," I'll be able to turn around and say, "Well, I did, and they didn't want me." Which is what I thought they were going to do, but it went the total opposite way, and it was like it was an unbelievable time in my life. For 2 or 3 years, it was manic. Got to go all over the world. And, wow.
Did you? Because that must have increased your presence.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the good thing is as well, when you look at viewing figures, within a couple of months, there was a YouTube video of the audition was over 20 million views.
Oh, Craig, wow.
And then they took it down. I don't know, copyright stuff. But then there's still, even now to this day, there's still videos on there and we're doing the audition, and there are 5 and 6 million views.
Craig, that banter with Simon, you must have had some balls.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it was, Shaun? I just thought, do you know what? If they don't like what I do, they don't like it. I'm just going to take the piss of it. You know what I mean? And I thought, if they don't like it, they're just going to buzz me off. It's what I am. I just, I can't just go on the stage and just stand there and sing. I always put a little bit of personality over as well.
Yeah. Did Simon get in touch with you after the show or not?
A few times they do get in touch and say, how's everything going? And they kept asking for me to go back. Because I remember the year after, one of the producers got in touch with me. Simon's been in touch, and he said there was so many acts that didn't get what they deserved in the second series. Would you come back and do it again? You don't have to audition this time. You just go straight through. And I thought, well, I'm not cheating. And then the other thing is as well, they build you up, but they can also they can make you look stupid as well. So I was happy with the coverage that I got. I didn't want to take a chance and, leave it as it is, move on to new stuff.
Well, I mean, it's certainly something that on your CV is well received. Craig, I know I haven't seen you, but somebody told me you was part of Black Lace.
Yeah, God, we're having a ball with that, Shaun.
Are you really?
Oh, man, yeah. 2010. I mean, I've known Dean Michael he was through the Flair agency as well. So we used to do all showcases and stuff together. We used to start going and doing charity do's from I've known him nearly 25 years. Unofficially, I've probably been performing with Black Lace 20 odd years. It's only the past 7, 8 years that we did it, that I've liked it seriously. And we're having an absolute ball.
So it's still, Black Lace is still going then?
Yeah. So the two original guys have sadly passed away, Colin Gibb and Alan Barton. Well, Alan Barton died 30 years ago.
Yeah, I know, I remember Alan.
But the legacy has to keep going. So what we've done now is, in our own right, we've started recording our own party songs. We're about to release one this year. We're hoping it's going to be a bit like Agadoo. It's not Agadoo, but it's going to be a modern day version that'll annoy people, but they'll get involved with it. So that's got.
Do you know what?
We're going to start flooding the socials with that very soon. Once we've got it all mixed properly and the video's done, we'll film the video with a live audience at the Academy in Manchester. 1,700 people in there, all doing what we wanted them to do. So.
Do you know what, Craig? The market's open. There hasn't been a good comedy song. We all know YMCA, we all know Agadoo, Superman. There hasn't been anything.
Yeah.
For ages, so.
See, that's the other thing as well is, obviously we've done all bits on the telly now with Paddy McGuinness and things like that. So in our own right, we are now the official new Black Lace. So we've got to be credible in our own way. So we've got to have our own songs and record Agadoo ourselves and all like that. So it's us. So, but wherever we go, it's people not really bothered. As long as you're doing the songs justice and you're getting the party going, people aren't bothered. They just let their hair down, get drunk, have a laugh. So
there's still lots of work for Black Lace.
We've got about 50, 60 gigs this year. We do a lot of the. We've got 15 of the Butlins 80s Weekenders.
Wow.
We only do 50. We were booked in last April for this year. So we've got lots of festivals to do. Beat Herder Festival, In It Together Festival. I've got loads to do. So
how do you find time for Craig then?
Well,
when you're comedy and singing?
Well, I still do, but I do half and half. So right. I do half of my solo stuff. It depends what time of year it is as well, because this time of year now is more for my solo stuff. So when it gets to like April time, all the festivals and that start kicking in. So we've just done Bognor Regis this week, just gone. That was Black Lace. Skegness this weekend, and then mine at the weekend after. But in between, I've got my own presentations and stuff to do.
So how many nights a week are you working?
I don't do many.
Really?
Yeah. The nice thing is, after 40 odd years, it's nice not to have to just go out and kill myself anymore. I'm 51 now. I'm slowing down. I need new hips. This is what I'm on here for. I'm going to keep myself fit. But no,
I don't blame you.
Gone are the days when because I don't have to provide for my family. There's enough in the bank. I've got a roof over my head. The bills are paid. I'm happy. You know, why go kill yourself? But if I do 1 or 2 a week, that'll do me.
Do you know, Craig, it's a great story. And the reason why I'm doing these podcasts is there's some great stories, and especially people from Hull like yourself.
There's an interesting story, you know.
Go on.
There's a little story that nobody really knows. But when I was going on Britain's Got Talent, they wanted me to be from Wakefield.
What?
Yeah. They wanted me to be from Wakefield. The Times, they kept ringing me up saying, your postcode is Wakefield. Well, we're near Ruddersfield, to be fair. And I said, well, I'm from Hull. Yeah, but you're near Wakefield. I said, yeah, but I'm an Hull lad. Can you make sure that's on the graphics? I'm not from Wakefield. I'm from Hull. And they wanted me to be from Wakefield.
It's crazy. People don't see this.
If you watch it back, Shaun, it says Craig from Hull.
Good. I'm going to do. Do you know what as well, Craig? A very good friend of mine I've got on the podcast tomorrow is Helen Garnett. Do you remember the Garnett family?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, I
went to school with one of the Garnetts.
Did you? Well, I did. I was in a duo with Ellen. We went to France and Germany and all over. We had a great time. But I'm looking forward to doing that now because she's quite well known as well. And she didn't want to take the Garnett family any further with Britain's Got Talent because it was just they wanted too much money, you know. Same as Leroy. Did Leroy get offered something? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, to be honest, but Leroy's doing really, really well for himself. I think he's got a hotel abroad. His wife she's got a bit of dosh as well. So I think he's running all the entertainment at some hotel over in, I can't remember where it was. He wants me to go over and do some stuff.
Oh, that's nice then. Yeah. So if there's one thing you could say to artists and new upcomers and everything, what have you learned about this business to get you where you are?
Be careful who you talk to.
Yes, I know that one.
Get an agent, right? Get a good agent. The one thing that really annoys me, and it needs to change, is the fact that the entertainment scene now is just awash with people who just stand and sing. Yeah. If you want to just stand and sing, if I was a pub landlord or a club owner, or I had my own venue, I'd rather just put a jukebox on and people can pick their own songs. It's boring. You can have the greatest singer in the world. So if you want to get on, or give yourself half a chance of getting on, don't just rely on going for an audition for The Voice or something like that, because there's millions of people going and you've got to stand out from the crowd. Do something different. Stand out from the crowd. Entertain your crowd. Talk to them. You know, learn scripts. Things that you can talk to people about while you're on stage. Don't just stand there and sing.
Another person who that advice is perfect is Rick Owen. He does it great, doesn't he? You know.
Well, Rick's an entertainer. He always has been. Big mate of mine. Basically, him and Lee. There's quite a few of us who were playing. We was like the artist pool team in Hull on a Tuesday night. There was me, Dean Egan, Paul Hazel, Lee Kamen, Rick Owen, Jimmy Dean, and Mark Andrews, I think, played a few games as well. It was like the entertainers pool team. We had a right laugh though. We used to play at what was it called? Kingston? No, not Kingston. Blacksmiths, Blackie Arms. Near Kingston pub.
Yeah.
We used to play there. Then went to Waterloo. But we used to have some laughs. But no, so Rick, he's a prime example. Lee's the same. Lee Kamen. You ought to get him on, you know.
Yeah, he's on next.
I went with him on, I think I'm doing New Year's Eve this year at Walton Club.
Oh. So, yeah, because he's the compere there, isn't he?
Yeah, that was a nice story, yeah. Because I know Neil Buckley, who played for Hull City. very big pal of mine, and I've known his family for 30 years. And it was struggling a bit, was Walton Club, which was a shame because it's such a. The people in there are the salt of the earth, honestly. I used to go to Wembley with them every year, me and the wife. Neil rung me up and says, Craig, I need a compere. Who can you recommend? I said, well, there's only one person I could think of that would do it justice, and that would be Lee Kamen. Yeah, but he won't do it. I said, well, if you don't ask, he ain't going to do it, is he? I said, what you got to lose? Well, he do a good job. I said, he'll do a bloody brilliant job. The thing with Lee is, he's one of the nicest guys in show business. He's been my busy mate for 30 years. But he'll do anything for anybody, but he also wants to succeed. And anything that he does, he wants to make it the best it can possibly be. And he doesn't suffer fools, don't Lee? He might come across as a bit of a soft touch sometimes, but he won't have the piss taken out of him. Anyway, so Neil had rung him and he said, yeah, I'll do it. And he's been there, I think, 2 or 3 years now. And by all accounts, I went there to Walton Club to do a show the week before Christmas, and it's really bustling. It's doing really, really well. So I'm dead proud.
Well, Craig, I came home last year to do a bit. I came for 10 months to do a bit, and I played at Walton. Lee was the compere. I was doing a bit of Eagles and Smokey, that sort of stuff. In fact, I wrote to Rachel at Flair and said I do a bit of Smokey and everything, and she goes, "Oh, do you know we manage them?" I said, "Well, yeah, I know you do, but I'm only doing a solo respect to Smokey. I did all the songs and everything and did it really good." So she said, we can't work you." So I said, "Oh, fair enough, and because they didn't want a Smokey tribute. So, I wasn't a tribute, I was just doing that kind of music. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, look, I'm never far from my roots, look. This is where I do me gym. Look at that.
All City.
The spiritual home, look. The MKM on my wall as well, look.
So are you Hull City fan number one?
I'm both. Hull FC, I love Hull FC because
really?
I was brought up on Somerset Street, which is just round corner from the boulevard. So me and my brother used to go sneak in the boulevard every week when Hull was at home. And then when I got to about 8 or 9, I started going and watching the football. My uncle took me to my first match against Crystal Palace in '79, I think it was. And I've been going home and away ever since to Hull City. We're off tonight.
God. Really?
I don't know the time lapse of when this is going out, but tonight when we're done this talk, we're off to watch them against QPR tonight. So we'll travel all the way over to watch them.
Fantastic. You're a superstar. It's good that you've still got your roots in Hull. You support Hull FC, you support Hull City. Most of your friends are still in Hull. And it's not that far, really, is it, to travel?
It's about 70 miles. About an hour and a half to get to City. So, yeah, but I think it's the old saying, isn't it? You can take the lad out of Hull, but you can't take the Hull out of the lad.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and it goes back to that on about when they're telling me where I'm from. I'm not from Wakefield. I'm from Hull.
Good lad.
I'm an Hull lad.
Keep your roots, lad.
Well, I saw your interview with Liz Ogill.
Yeah,
and she was my.
She said
first
she just booked you.
Yeah, I think it's in May. There's a gig in May, so we're catching up with our Liz. But she booked me. God, way back. I think my first gig. I'd only just met my wife, and I've been with my wife for 33 years.
Wow.
This is my 43rd year in showbiz.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. That tells the viewers something.
But I think, Shaun, the thing is like I was saying earlier on, if I was still gigging 3-4 days a week, I'd have been fed up with it by now. I'd have retired. But then this Black Lace came along, and it's reinvigorated me as well. I'm just like, I just love being on the stage again.
I can imagine with that.
It was hard when COVID struck because I think everything shut down. Once you take something away from somebody, and you'll understand it, when you've not got that ability to entertain and perform in front of people through no fault of your own, it's frustrating. So I went and got a job on a COVID testing site with Lee Kamen.
And you met my mate Mazzani, Kevin Ward, the comedian.
Oh, it was magic. He was.
Yeah, that's what he did.
I'll tell you another thing. I'm just watching my eBay now. I've got eBay open, And I've been clearing out the loft the other week, and I don't know who lived in this house before, but I found a load of dogging stuff. So I put it
Bet
on.
that's selling well.
No, I haven't sold anything yet, but I've got 17 watches.
But the old ones are the best.
Oh,
aren't
the
they?
old ones are the best, I tell you.
Did you met Joe Longthorne, didn't you, as well?
He was a good friend of the family. I remember.
Really?
Yeah. My mum used to work at Rayner's pub on Ezel Road, and Joe used to go in there with his family and stuff. And I remember I'd only just started. I was 8 or 9, and I'd won a talent competition at Reeton Sands. And my mum was, obviously, she's fair giddy, and she's telling Joe, "Oh, my son this, my son that," and as a proud mother would. And she came home that night. But I didn't even know Joe Longthorne was. And she came in. She said, "I brought somebody real famous to see you." And I was like, at the time, "Oh, it's Cannonball, you know. Who is it?" So, and then Joe Longthorne walked in our house with a bloody white suit on. I thought,
Oh my God!
I didn't even know who he was. So I didn't. Not that time. He hadn't broken through properly then. And then I remember a few weeks later, he was on calendar doing Everlasting Love. He'd re-released Everlasting Love.
Wow.
And ever since then, I've met up with him in Rayner's, and I've been to his house in Blackpool and down to Bedford. I lived in Bedfordshire to do some recording and stuff down there. So yeah, he was just a friend of the family. I mean, when I did the summer season in 2009 at North Pier, Joe was on at the Grand Theatre, and I used to pop across to the Grand after he'd done his shows, sit in the dressing room till bloody 3 or 4 in the morning. Lee was as well. Lee big pals as well with Joe.
That means we've lost 2 amazing talents.
Oh,
I don't know where the balloons are coming from. 2 amazing talents. Joe Longthorne, of course, and Mike Lodge, absolutely travesty. Myself and Chris Norfolk, we used to live down Chiltern Street.
Yeah.
We used to back on to Joe Longthorne, and we used to meet him in the playground, how times fly. Craig, I'm going to let you get off.
Yeah, Sean. So I remember going back to that. So my mum used to let me twag off school as long as I go do jobs for her. So one day, not long after I just started, when I was telling you about that at Reeton Sands, my mum had said, "Oh, you can stay off school, but I need you to go to laundrette and do some laundry for me at Division Road, corner of Division Road, Gordon Street."
Yeah.
I'm sat there minding my own business. Fred Longthorne pops his head round and he went, "Is it Craig?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Yeah, that's our Joe when he was your age, look." Fred Longthorne. Joe. Yeah. So, daft little. So I'm going to put all these in my book.
Yeah, you need to write a book. Yeah, it'd be good.
I'll spill the beans on some bloody people in Hull, I'll tell you.
I bet you could as well. I think I could as well. But these stories, we need to remind ourselves.
What you up to?
I'm in Thailand now. I live in Thailand.
Oh.
I've got my own recording studio, and I'm a songwriter, and I've got Terry Bell, Chris Brown, the guitarist, best guitarist in the world, Chris Brown, amazing. I've got Ken Opie on drums, Claire's the singer, and we've written about 7 songs now. It's absolutely awesome. We've got a great partnership. I'm loving it.
Who's this laughing?
Terry. I've just done a podcast with Terry.
Oh, next time you're talking to him, give him my regards. I did a theatre tour round the UK.
Yeah.
Terry was my MD.
Wow.
With Gary Gilliott and them.
Oh my God, you're talking about some amazing musicians.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. I want to say thanks, Craig, for coming on here. I'm really, really grateful for it. And I'm sure the people who's going to watch this will do either, So I'll pass it over, get it on your Facebook, let's pass it around a bit and this is all about keeping entertainment live, telling our stories, learning from each other. There's no better thing, is there, Craig,
No. So what time is it in Thailand now?
It's now 8 o'clock, 8:05. Nice. When you come over any time, Craig, come over any time.
I'd love to. Which part of Thailand are you in?
I'm near Bangkok, but I can take you anywhere. I've got a new motor and a nice big house, so you're welcome to come over, Craig, anytime.
But I'd love to go to that.
Paradise. Rick was my best man. He came to Thailand. He sang in front of 500 Thai people, and he says, "Me, Speak no Thai. Me Falang. Funny as fuck. Greatest Rick.
Top lad, love him. Everybody loves Rick.
His podcast was great as well.
Yeah.
It had a lot of emotion because he was talking about his mum and dad.
No, God. It was really close. I loved his mum and dad as well, Gus and
Tina.
Tina.
Yeah.
We used to, obviously, when with the pool, we played in. What's the pub we played for? North Hull. And anyway, Gus was part of the pool team then.
Wow.
All right,
Great guy.
all right, yeah.
Oh. Well, we grew up, my mum and dad and his mum and dad were best mates. We lived on the Falkirk Close on North Branzome, so
Yeah.
we just grew up with each other. So it's great, Craig,
Remember all the Monday afternoons and that we used to do up there? Noddle at the Pennine Rambler and all that.
Yeah, and
Over 55.
skippers. Yeah.
I remember we used to do the over 50s weekends. I used to think, look at these old buggers. I'm bloody 51 now.
I'm 65.
Is that all you are?
Craig, you're such a gentleman. Anyway, Craig, I want your partner from Black Lace to come on here. So I'd love him to do.
We can sort something out.
Yeah.
He does something during the day though, so we'd have to work it out, and we'll put our flowery shirts on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Look at some of these.
Some money's worth in there, Craig. My God, look at the pineapple. Yeah, yes.
Pushing pineapples, look.
Hey, Craig, you'll get all of them in Thailand. All stuff like that here.
I bet I'll get something else as well in Thailand.
Yeah, if you want to be.
I'll come back with a new wife. You can edit this one out if you want, but my mate's just been to Thailand and he come back with this Thai bride. Absolutely beautiful. She walked in, miniskirt, right up to here. Boobies nearly hanging out, and I thought to myself, oh, don't get an erection.
I don't know what.
And she did.
Everybody you mentioned Thailand to, it's ladyboys. It's awesome. It's not that bad, Craig. Honestly, it's only in the sexual areas, but you should come over. We'll have a right laugh.
We talks about going to. There isn't there's a type of stigma. If I said I'm going to go to Pattaya or places like that, and I went with the lads, I think she'd be a bit sus. But if we're coming over for a few weeks ourselves, Mike Ainsworth goes over there a couple of times a year. He loves it. He goes to play golf.
It's paradise. It's unbelievable. So yeah, wherever you want to go, I'll take you. Just let us know when you want to come over. You can stay with us a night or two, and then I'll take you and boot you out in a hotel.
Yeah.
All right, Craig, I'll let you go because I'm going to do Lee next.
You're going to do Lee?
Lee, I'm going to do him.
He'll be sat there like that.
Fantastic talking to you.
Bring him in and do a seamless transition.
I wish we could. It might actually, if we hang on a minute, it might just come on. Because he might just, click the link and it might just come. I don't know. I've never tried it like that, so I'm not 100% sure.
But our conversation when I ring him, I'll go, all right, mate. I'll go, hello, Craig. How are you doing, Lee? I'm all right.